Hello, my friends. I am Mason the Brock Henderson, and this is Elementary, Season 4, Episode 23, The Invisible Hand. I don't know why I wanted to start off my opening like that, but just it felt right. Because they've actually got Moriarty now. Not Jamie Moriarty, that's a different Moriarty for this show. They've got the traditional Moriarty now, and it turns out that he is the father of Jamie's daughter. But he's a professor who loves art, and he seems like an upstanding guy. He kind of has the Moriarty look as well, and it's him. It is, whenever I picture Moriarty, if you think about traditional Sherlock Holmes and Moriarty, this is the guy that I picture. And so I love the fact that they're bringing him in. He's actually taken over for Jamie in her absence. I said last week I wish they had kind of given us a bit more of a recap of what happened with Jamie last time, because I honestly forgot. And they kind of mentioned stuff, like talked about how she's indisposed, she's not a part of it anymore, stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe nobody else really has to know about it, or maybe everybody just remembers and I'm the only one that forgot what happened to her. Either way, this episode is very much a setup for what I think is going to be an epic finale, because you really look at what they've got going. They've got this Russian spy, this guy that plays this bomber, whatever you want to call him. He plays this Russian spy in every single TV show that I've seen him in. It was just, as soon as I saw him, like, he's going to be a Russian spy, right? He's a Russian spy. I knew it. I don't know. That's just not really a critique, just something I noticed. But he bombs Moreland Holmes's place, and from there on, it just sort of trickles into a Watson and Sherlock are trying to figure out who this guy works for, while trying not to let Moreland know, because they know he's going to try to kill this guy, and then it's just going to start an even bigger war. So they finally find him, and his opening is just brilliant. I mean, the way they show up, he's like, Sherlock, Dr. Watson. It took you longer than I thought. I'm just like, wait, did he just, he knows they know? And sure enough, it's just, so you're admitting to everything you do, to you. It's like he's so confident that they don't have any proof on him. It's just like, yeah, I'll tell you that I'm guilty here. I'm the one behind it all, but what are you gonna do about it? You don't have anything on me. He was just so confident and a bit smug about it too, but at the same time, kind of charming and charismatic. Like the way he talked was just so refined and dignified that you just find it hard to really hate this guy, even though he's a bad guy. And I think that's the one thing that maybe is a bit different from the original Moriarty, especially if you watch the Sherlock Holmes: The Game of Shadows, the second movie with Robert Downey Jr. That Moriarty had a way with words, but wasn't quite as charismatic. Like you looked at him and you could tell something was off about him. The Moriarty in the BBC Sherlock, he seemed okay at first, but then once he revealed that he was Moriarty, kind of crazy. And then of course we've got Jamie Moriarty in this one, who loved the twist where it's Irene Adler. No, it's actually Jamie Moriarty. I love that twist. But this guy, he strikes me as somebody who, he's an upstanding guy. His professor persona, like Sherlock said, isn't a persona. It is who he is. And so it's kind of funny to see that he truly is this guy who is upstanding. He's a professor. He loves his job. He does all this stuff for people. He's loved by people. But he's also a psychopath, a criminal who runs this criminal organization, and also a killer. I don't know. It's interesting to see sort of the dichotomy there, and I wonder if they're going to explore that a bit more. However, despite all of this good stuff with, this guy, I can't remember his name now. I should probably look it up. If the internet would stop sucking so bad. They don't have it on there. Okay. Um, I'll remember his name by next week for sure. But I'm gonna call him New Moriarty. All this stuff with New Moriarty is really good. It's really enjoyable. The scene at the funeral was really well done. Uh, just the fact that Sherlock has this assassin that he hired to blow up this building. He has them in custody, and she's like, you might actually get through to him. He was about to talk this other time and ask for a way out. You know that he's not just going to let this guy talk. And sure enough, that's kind of what I'm getting to is my problem with this episode. It ended a bit predictably. And I don't know, I'm a bit disappointed with how they did it. Because as Sherlock, if I'm Sherlock, my first thought is we need to make sure that this guy is safe, that this Russian spy is safe, because we can't let anybody get through. We know that this criminal organization likely has ties in a lot of places, maybe even in the DA's office. So the fact that Sherlock wasn't around to defuse the situation kind of makes me think he either just let it happen or didn't know it was happening. And I knew it was going to happen. I knew that somebody was going to try to come kill this guy. And sure enough, this officer comes up and he's just like, are you something Krasnov? He's just like, yes. And sure enough, shoots himself. I'm thinking, really? Like, I knew that was going to happen. I saw it coming 30 minutes ago. Well, not 30 minutes ago, but whenever they had the conversation in the funeral about the assassin being captured and the fact that they were interrogating him, and I saw this coming. I knew he was going to try to get somebody in there. Not surprised at all it was a cop. But the fact that they didn't see it coming is just kind of disappointing because it was predictable, and yet I'm the only one that saw it. If I'm the only one that saw this coming, please let me know. But if you saw it too, also, please let me know. I can't be the only one that thought this was very predictable, and yet Sherlock, who is the master of deduction, for some reason didn't anticipate this. He wasn't even in the precinct whenever it happened. And yet he somehow is able to look at the brownstone and see, oh, their lights are on. We should go in the back because it may be booby trap. And sure enough, there's a bomb inside. So I don't know. The fact that he didn't manage to think that bothers me. Maybe they have a reason for it. Maybe they'll explain it later. But the fact that he wasn't able to see that coming, the fact that he didn't plan for that, and also the fact that this guy is standing there looking a bit unstable, just like shaking a little bit, and like reaches for his gun. Nobody makes a move. He just like shoot, done. That was it. I'm like, you guys are awful at your job. You guys are absolutely terrible at your job. So anyway, the one good thing about it, though, that was interesting is that they brought back that the psychopath test from last episode. Apparently, they managed to find a couple of the psychopaths that they used, like the one that shot up the diner, killing Emil Kurtz. They found another one, but there are still 4 more on the 6-man list of psychopaths. Apparently, this officer was another one on it. So, there are 3 more. Are we going to explore who those are? Are we going to find out who those people are? Are they going to be used in any way? Is one of them being used to blow up or to attempt to blow up the brownstone right now? Who knows? It's kind of exciting to think about, though. Like, who are these people? I want to find out more about them. And they didn't specify. Was Krasnov, was he one of the psychopaths? I can't remember if they said that or not. I don't know. Anyway, overall, it was an enjoyable episode. It was fun. I was disappointed by that, the way they killed off the Russian guy. But at the same time, I'm holding out judgment just maybe they have an explanation for it. Maybe they'll explain that Sherlock was preoccupied here and that's why he didn't see it coming or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being overly critical and there's something I missed, but it did bother me that it was predictable and Sherlock didn't predict it. So, those are my thoughts. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought of it. If there's anything you want to discuss that I didn't talk about, let me know. We can discuss it. Leave a like and subscribe for more Elementary. And I'll see you guys at the finale next weekend. Next weekend. Next Sunday. I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed now. See you at the next video. Peace out.